lots of different salsa recipes out there, but have you heard of fruit salsa? You can make a delicious sweet salsa using your favorite seasonal fruits, and it's really fun to serve it with oven-baked cinnamon pita chips. Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Christine, and today I'm going to show you how to make an easy fruit salsa with cinnamon pita chips. I found all of these healthy ingredients at Basil Bandwagon Natural Market. So you're going to want to cut all of your fruit nice and small. So I've got 1/4-inch dices here, just like you would chop up a tomato if you were making regular salsa. So of course with your strawberries, you'll want to trim off the tops. Trim off any bad spots. My strawberries, I let them go for a little bit, so I've gotten a little bit of some bad spots to trim. And then that you just cut off the stem flat side down. Chop that in a few thick slices like that. And then just cut up each slice into little bits like that. Now we're moving on to the apples. And for the apples, we want to dice them up just as small. So we're going to cut each apple in half. Then we're going to scoop out the seeds using a melon ball tool. Love that trick. Take your knife and just make little notch cuts to remove this part. Now, to dice your apple, we're going to lay the cut side down and just slice it into 1/4-inch thick slices. Now cut each of those pieces into 1/4-inch thick batons. And then slice those across the other way so it leaves you with 1/4-inch dices the same size as the strawberries. And then we're just going to repeat this with all the different colored apples. So the red apple and the yellow apple, we're just going to dice them all up. We may not need a whole apple. We'll see what portion we have here. We want basically the same amount as we have strawberries, so maybe only a half per apple. By the way, I'm keeping the skin on just for fun color, and also it adds vitamins to the recipe, but if you prefer to peel them, you can feel free to do that. I don't want my fruit salsa to get too dominated by the apples, so I didn't even do a full half of an apple of each different variety. So that gave me about a half cup or so of each apple. And then we've got the strawberries. And I'm also going to cut up a kiwi. Just peel off that fuzzy brown outer skin. I find a knife works better for this than trying to do this with a peeler. You guessed it, we're dicing it. Slice it into 1/4-inch thick slices. And then cut the same way we cut the other fruit. So now we've got all our fruit together, we're going to add the raspberries. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of pure maple syrup, a little sea salt, that was just a generous pinch. Just a little touch of pure vanilla extract, maybe just like half a teaspoon. I'm also adding 2 generous tablespoons of all fruit jam. This is an all fruit strawberry jam with no added sugar. I'm adding the juice of 1/2 of a lime. And I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking, hey, isn't this just basically fruit salad? But it's jazzed up fruit salad. With all of these additions, it really makes a fun presentation as this fruit salsa. And then I'm going to add the juice of 1 whole mandarin orange. Or if you don't have access to mandarins, depending what time of year it is, you can just add basically a couple tablespoons of fresh orange juice. Toss it all together, and you can always taste it and adjust the ingredients if you want to add a little touch more vanilla or a little extra maple syrup or jam. That's really up to you and your taste preferences. Serve this at a party and people are gonna go crazy for this. Now let's move on to making our cinnamon and sugar pita chips. To make the pita chips, we're going to lightly brush each pita with just a little bit of our avocado oil. You wanna just give kind of a light, even brush, or you can use spray cooking oil if you prefer. And if you find the taste of avocado oil too strong, you can use a different type of oil. They have coconut oil spray or other more neutral tasting spray oils. You basically just want this to be a nice, light, even coat. Now you can pre-mix your sugar and cinnamon together, or you can just go ahead and sprinkle on some sugar and then sprinkle on the cinnamon. And this is a fair amount of sugar, so you can just adjust this however much sugar and cinnamon you like on each one, but roughly I'd say at least a tablespoon per pita. If you're watching your sugar and you don't want to do the sugar and cinnamon, that's fine too. And then I'm just going to sprinkle each one with a little bit of cinnamon. Then I'm going to bake these at 350 for about 8 minutes. Just watch them carefully that they don't get too dark. You can kind of rub the cinnamon and the sugar together so it just sort of gets nicely combined. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut each one into wedges. So you can cut these into quarters, or you can cut them into thirds, 6 pieces if you want to make like smaller wedges. I'm going to go with the big ones. I'm going to go with quarters. After 8 to 10 minutes, take the chips out of the oven and put them on a rack to cool. Let them cool for at least 15 minutes before serving them, as they will get crunchier the longer they sit. Now just serve your chips alongside your salsa and get ready to watch this be devoured. Whether you're serving this at game time or an after-school snack or something just for yourself, it's going to really be a hit. See how nice and crunchy these got? I don't know if you can tell, but they're crunchy. So now you have a great recipe that you can serve at the next Super Bowl or anytime you're entertaining, or just as a healthy snack option. Comment below with your favorite type of salsa. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to find out about new recipe videos when they come out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.